name's Naomi Newland. I have been working in energetic body work, if you like, healing for 20 years, hands-on body work and yoga. But I would say in the last 4 years, I started developing a shamanic painting offering, which came through, which was channeled when I was in Los Angeles, and goes hand in hand with a crystal journey, which I do before I channel the painting. I'm ready now to launch, I'm ready now to really launch the business, especially of the paintings. It feels like it's time to now really come out with this work to the public. And that really has come about the last 6 months of work that I've done. So I'm ready now to launch. So this was the perfect course for me. Well, to be honest, the course just jumped out at me. So a little bit because I know you, and I love that you're a brand shaman. And I loved the idea that this course works on a soulful level and works with the frequency of the person. And that jumped out at me with even the title. So I was attracted to that straight away. So it's a 6-stage course, but I would say it's taken me about I would say 9 days, but there's 2 days off where I took 2 days off on the weekend. So probably just over a week. I did it every single day. So I took it as if it was a course. So I took every single day, I did a module each day. So the process, so what I did was each day I took a new module, and the way I did it was I listened to the video first, and then I looked through the workbook, and then I did the questions. Sometimes I'd have the workbook open at the same time as the video. And then I did the work each day, as you said. So that's the process. But the things that happened along the way was there was a lot which happened to me along the way on the 6 days. So I ran into challenges right away. But I'll say that on day one, I have to say I loved all the words. Everything that you spoke rings so true. So your words are so amazing. So from day one, I was like, oh, yes, amazing. And then I started hitting up against myself. So I had my challenge was around, am I good enough? And then brand promise and clarity of words. And I started struggling. I couldn't objectify from myself. And so I struggled on that. And I was like, I just went into a bit of a rabbit hole. So that was my big challenge on the day 1 and 2. That I couldn't think of the clarity of my words, and I couldn't think of my brand promise. I just kind of got clouded in self-judgment and stuff. So what I did was I changed locations. So instead of being in my room where I normally do my work, I took the laptop outside. So I was in the garden. So I was in a different location. And then I got loads of big paper instead of I was working on small pads, which was really restrictive for me. I couldn't think. I started just thinking inside the box. Whereas I got loads and loads of paper and loads of felt tip pens from my kids. I started just drawing, drawing all around the edges and just doing things which were opening, so it's a bit more liberating, so I could be freer with my thoughts. So that was one of the things, and it made a big difference for me. So I was able to get out of my little box, working through it. So using the paper and writing, and because I was writing things out, and you'll see that I was writing like little circles, and I'd write stuff in, and I'd start having clarity because of that. I'd have new things would come to light. So by the time we're on day 3 and day 4, I've already moved through my blocks, if you like, to having new understandings. But really, I will say that this is a journey. I really journeyed. I really worked through blocks. So by the time I'm at the end now on day 6, I'm a completely different idea of how I'm presenting myself and my business than I was last week. I think it's nice to do each module and then do it day by day, so that you're not doing 2 modules in a day, because I think you have to there's time for process as well.
Yeah, definitely process, and also integrating through each day. And I love that how you just naturally move locations and then work the different ways so that you allow your creativity flow. That was so beautiful.
Well, there's quite a few things. One of the things I've never heard of a soul client before. So that's a term that I've only heard come from you. And that completely changed the way I understood how I relate to people and who will relate to me. So that really jumped out. That's new. And I think what was another surprise, I mean, I know it's obvious now, but what was surprising was that people are not going to just relate to my offering. They're going to relate to me and my frequency. And the fact that my frequency will keep changing because I keep on developing, you know.
Yes.
So these were things which came up, which I wasn't expecting to get from the course. And then, of course, the huge thing which came up was that I feel really happy with where I am right now. That I know that's going to change again, but I'm happy in where I am. And that came from the course. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah. The biggest thing is being really okay with where I am right now, and that people are relating to where I am right now, which is what I've worked through to get here. So they're relating to this frequency. That's my big takeaway. I would have originally was thinking it was all about the offerings. It's just a different way of understanding brand and putting your brand, you know, expressing your brand. It's a different way than I thought. So that's my big takeaway. Oh, the first impression. Oh, I'm very excited because I wanted to know what was going to make me magnetic. That's it. Confidence, big confidence. I don't want to say boost, but more of stepping into my confidence. And I'm enthusiastic now. I kind of like, yeah, I'm ready to get my offering out. And not thinking of the offering in a linear way, but thinking of it as more of an expression of me. So being okay with the offering being more sporadic when it comes, when it wants to come. Like I told you that 2 days ago, I had a dream of, well, I did a painting during this. Remember, I did a painting during this course. I just realized it was whilst doing this course that this painting's come. I share it. It's interesting because like now I started dreaming how I wanted to express the way I work. That just came through a few days ago. And then another dream on how the next part of expressing when I do the frequency images. So that's all come this week as well, while I've been doing the course. So I feel like, and so the fact that I'm able to talk about it in a slightly different way and more relaxed and quite excited about getting it out there, I think that's a testament to the course. So it would be different to how I would thought when you're kind of thinking, oh, I'm going to do I'm going to do it this way, like a brand launch on this day. It's going to be different. It's going to be more like when I feel that flow. Comfortable about doing it that way. So I'm very grateful to you and the course for that. But definitely it's a journey to go through the course. You know, I've got here because I've gone through all the stages.
It's also a testament to how magical you are, like in leading yourself in that way. It's just so amazing to even hear about it.
Oh, I would definitely take this. It's not only really enjoyable and you've got so much amazing knowledge and wisdom to share, but it's also a healing journey in itself. So I feel like people are going to get so much more from this course than they probably first signed up for. I feel like everybody should take it because it gives you such a different insight, a different perspective on brand and on energetics around brand. Yeah.
Thank you, Naomi, for spending your time with me and sharing your insight and your experience from the course. I so appreciate you. Thanks so much.